Hi guys, Aceface back with another video for you, and I've got another batrep, and this is an extra special batrep, as you might be able to recognise from this scenery. Quite iconic scenery for you that have seen this channel, and yep, I am playing the mighty, legendary IDIC. So, say hi, Nick.
Hi guys.
So yeah, I've been challenged for a couple of games with Nick. I'm not too sure what I'll be playing in the second game, but for now I am going to be playing Nick's beautifully painted Eldar. So if you haven't seen these guys before, jump back and check out some of Nick's videos on these guys, because some of the painting is absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, it's a really beautiful army. So what have we got in this army? So you can't really miss the big guy over there. So you've got a Wraith Knight, and he has his Sun Cannon with the nasty Invon save on the shield. We've got two Wave Serpents there, one with Fire Dragons and the other with Die Avengers, with their standard cheesy horrible scatter lasers, making everything twin linked, horrible. I've got another one over here, same again, with this one with Die Avengers in, and then at the back we have a Fire Prism and another Fire Prism hiding probably over here, yeah, and then the beautiful Manta painted by the legendary Clayton hiding at the back. That's actually going to be coming in. Is he in reserve now?
No, he's deployed.
He's deployed, but we have got some jet bikes that are coming in on reserve. So a really strong, powerful list there. So this is going to be quite interesting. Over to my complicated list. We've gone for Demons today. This is the first time you get to see my Demons. They're a bit of a mixed match, so sorry because they don't look anywhere near as nice as Nick's beautiful army, but let's go through what we've got. So leading the army is Benacor. This is kind of a bit of a Benacor conversion, but he's a Demon Prince, but so Benacor with all his normal shenanigans. So we've got Benacor leading it, and then we've got 2 units of 10 cultists which are in reserve at the moment. Then as allies we have 3 allied detachments of demons. We've got Fate Weaver, and Fate Weaver brings with him a unit of 11 horrors. We've got a Herald on disc level 2, and he brings another unit of horrors, and he also brings in a unit of 8 screamers. Then we have the Blue Scribe. Now the Blue Scribe is a bit of a hidden gem. If you don't know about the Blue Scribe, well worth looking into him, because he's an amazing little unit for demons now in 7th edition. And the Blue Scribe is coming with an additional unit of horrors as well. So quite a lot of complex shenanigans going on there, quite a few warp charges. On my psychic powers, didn't roll too badly. The one highlight was getting the summoning on the yellow unit there, and on Fate Weaver getting invisibility, which is obviously going to be very handy. So we've got double invisibility on the 2 big guys, which should make me a little bit more survivable against all that cheesy Eldar scatter lasers. So as for missions, we have got obviously the long way deployment, as you can see here, and it is Purge the Alien. So the worst possible mission type for my spawning demons, but it should be a good game. And Nick didn't manage to steal the initiative, so we now go into, almost said Tyranids, into Demons turn 1. Okay guys, so that's the bottom of Demons turn 1, so not too bad turn, could have gone better. The horrors, bearing in mind that they don't want to give away easy kill points, pretty much just hid away, just try to grab some cover where it will be handy. The other demons came forward, so Fate Weaver, who successfully got the Grimoire off from the Herald over there, and Benacor jumped forward into that position over there to get in a nice attacking position to try and take out First Blood. In the psychic phase, we've got a few powers off. Got Cursed Earth on the Scribe, which is handy, giving all that big group a bit of a better Invon save, which might keep them alive, which is pretty handy. Then it went really well for these guys, because I had the nice powers I wanted. Benacor had a go at the Wraith Knight with Psychic Shriek, but Nick rolled really well on his leadership test and he didn't take any wounds, which was a bit of a bummer. Then Fate Weaver used his Beam and Blast to try and go for the Wave Serpents. The first one took 2 hull points, and the back one stayed at full strength due to the cover save from the Necron Tomb pieces. So it could have been better. The Screamers sort of flew forward to this point, took took their flickering fire into this Wave Serpent. Bear in mind they've got the banner which takes it up to strength 6. Did cause one glance, but Nicks saved it on the cover, and then they turbo boosted over the back to try and pen in some of these dangerous looking tanks. So that's the end of Daemons turn 1. Now we go into Eldar turn 1. Right, so at the bottom of Eldar turn 1, not a bad turn for Eldar. They've done all right. So everything kind of shuffled around. Nick made the conscious decision to not target the 2 flying monstrous creatures that are more or less invincible at the moment, which is a shame for me because I was kind of hoping that he might do that, but that didn't happen. Instead, he saw the Screamers as the main threat and pretty much turned the entire army on them. So everything shot at them. Thankfully, obviously with their Jink and the reroll 1s, I only lost half the Screamers and took a wound on the Herald, so it could have been a lot worse. Got some good rolls, which was good, but quite frightening to see an entire mech Eldar army turn on me. So that was interesting, but didn't lose first blood, which is encouraging for me going into Daemons turn 2. Right, so a really good turn 2 for the Daemons and Chaos Space Marines. So Fate Weaver did really well. He kind of changed his direction slightly, flew over here, used his beam into the 2 Wave Serpents, managed to take the last hull point off that with a glance, and sort of soften that one a little bit. But then the Screamers with the Herald used their psychic powers to take out the other Wave Serpent. So both the 2 Die Avenger squads got out. After doing their stuff, the Screamers flew over and tried to hide to stop getting bombarded next turn like they did first turn. Over here, Benacor got brave and came out of flying, and he's now on the ground. I cast Invisibility, Perils, used Fate Weaver's reroll to make sure that I got it off. Did get it off, but he did lose a wound from Perils. More or less that is about it. Everything else pretty much stayed where it was. The Cultist came on, just hid at the back, tried to get a bit of cover. The Blue Scribe got Cursed Earth again. He cast that and got the Invon for all those guys. So they've got a nice little 4-up Invon, which is handy. And that's pretty much it. Nick's just rolled for his reserves. He was hoping these jet bites would be delayed, but they're coming in. And we go into Eldar turn 2. Right, so after Eldar turn 2, quite an interesting turn. I was quite scared, made quite a few bold moves in the last phase, and it could have got quite nasty. Thankfully, Benacor done all right. He took majority of the blunt of the shooting, but because he had invisibility, he managed to weather it. He did lose a wound, but he's still got 2 left, so he's not too bad, which was pretty good. Everything else that could pretty much shot at, well, the Die Avengers shot at Fate Weaver. Obviously with the Grimoire on at the moment, they had pretty much no chance of doing anything against him, apart from the fact that I rolled 2 1s. Thankfully with the re-roll, from being a Demon of Zinch, he was alright, but that was a little bit of a scary moment, as Fate Weaver almost blew his luck big time. Over here, the Wraith Knight used his massive shooting to whittle down this horror unit just to 4. They've done alright to just hang in there, because I thought they were going to go, but still not too bad at the moment. Daemons and Chaos Space Marines are weathering the storm quite nicely as we go into Chaos Space Marines turn 3. Right guys, so that was the end of turn 3 for the Daemons. So pretty decent turn, did quite a lot of damage. The main thing that happened was Benacor did exactly what I kind of hoped he would do. I was praying a bit because he was a bit depleted, but got invisibility off. He was down on the ground already, so assaulted the Wraith Knight and just managed to kill him. I got 4 wounds on him. Nick only needed 1 save and he could have hit him back, and that could have caused a lot of trouble, but thankfully he didn't make any save, so bye bye Wraith Knight, which is a big relief for me. Didn't have a lot else that I could deal with him. Over in the corner, right the way over there, the Fire Prism got assaulted by the Screamers. I took 2 hull points off it and I shook it and immobilised it. It's still there. Didn't manage to finish it off, which was a bit of a shame. The other sort of notable event was down here, if we can find him, the blue scribe, who decided eventually he was feeling a bit more confident after his buddies are doing alright, came forward quite a lot. I rolled hot on the psychic power that he got this turn and got the summoning for Greater Demons, so I threw 6 dice at it but didn't get it. I was hoping to get a nice big Greater Demon there, which would have made things interesting, but fluffed that roll. In fact, the psychic powers on the whole didn't go that well for me, but I suppose it weighs out because I've been pretty hot on the dice up till now. So as we go into Eldar turn 3, it's looking pretty good for Chaos Space Marines, but all to play for. So end of Eldar turn 3. Good turn for me because I managed to survive, more or less. So more or less everything turned around and shot at Benacor. Did manage to take him down to 1 wound. I would have lost both wounds, but I used Fate Weaver's reroll and managed to luckily get 1 save from that. So he stays on 1 wound, which is really lucky because I could see him going. The other sort of main action was Nick managed to get his first kill point, and he managed to ping off the cocky little blue scribe that dashed up that side. He should have stayed put because the fire prism plucked him off and sent him back. So no Greater Demons, I'm afraid, for that guy. That just leaves us just the yellow guys to see whether they can pull a Greater Demon out of the warp, but we'll have to wait and see as we go into Demons turn 4. So, end of turn 4 for the Demons and Chaos Space Marines. Pretty good turn. Did really badly in the Aceface. Didn't get anything off apart from the invisibility. That did take me the reroll, and on top of that I did peril. So not great, but thankfully Benacor still stands after that. Nothing else really happened. I mean, Fate Weaver came out of flying and is now hiding, cowering behind that pillar because he's dead frightened of 5 Die Avengers, but he's still there. And then Benacor charged the Wraith Serpent, took it out. The fire drag it exploded. The fire dragons got out, and they lost a couple on the explosion, but not too bad. Other than that, that's pretty much it as we go into Eldar turn 4. So that's the bottom of Eldar turn 4. Not a bad turn, but there was very little they could do. So really tried to take out Benacor. Everything went on Benacor. He managed to survive. He's still hanging in with 1 wound. The jet bikes assaulted the screamers, took out a wound on shooting, and then assaulted in, took a couple of wounds off the screamers. The jet bikes did wing combat, but passed my instability, so they're going to hold on in there and not lose any more extra wounds. So now we go into Demons and Chaos Space Marines turn 5, and potentially the last turn of the game. Right, so it's end of turn 5. We did both turns. So in my turn I took out the Mantark. The Benacor charged in, and even with his really good invuln, Benacor chopped him down. That was more or less it. The Fate Weaver, who was on the floor, eventually fluffed his grimoire, but at this point it was a good time to mess it up. But he shot his flickering fire into the fire dragons, wiped them out, and he stood there. The screamers and jet bikes just continued to kind of prod each other. I'm losing slowly but surely over there, but he's managing to pass my leadership test, so I'm hanging in there. In Nick's turn, he shot everything at Benacor, just a last gasp to try and take him out. Didn't manage to take him out with shooting. I kind of baited him into charging, even though he had no chance, but who knows, just for the laugh of it. So the Die Avengers charged Benacor, and he cut them down as well. So it's the end of turn 5. Nick's decided to concede and to call it there. I'm quite a few victory points up. What did it end on?
8-1.
8. So it ended on 8-1 to Demons. So a good victory for me. Got very lucky early on. Managed to really slow down the Serpents, which helped me absolutely loads. And after that, it made it very much on my favour. All the damage came from basically 3 units. So Benacor did the the most of the heavy lifting. It absolutely beasted around and caused immense amount of damage. Fate Weaver did what he does, just survives and just blasts things. His beam was very effective early part of the game, and the screamers with the Herald did well as well. I mean, having the Grimoire on Fate Weaver was always handy, and the screamers themselves in combat very, very useful. So basically these three units won me the game. Any kind of last thoughts from you, Nick?
Yeah, it was nice to lose for a change.
Still smug, even in defeat. But thanks very much, Nick. Thanks for inviting us to this game. There will be a break now, and we are going to be coming back to play another game when you will get to see my familiar Tyranids out on the table, and Nick is going to bring out his Necrons. So lots of exciting stuff still to come. If you haven't already, please do jump over to Nick's channel, give him a sub. Watch out for the battle reports on this game as well as the next one on his channel as well, particularly if you want to cut the chatter that you get on my channel. You'll get a nice, sharp, snappy, concise battle rep. So check out Nick's channel for that. And until the next time, please do like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.